about consumption lounges? Where do you sit with that? Excited about it? What do you think that does, what we'll do for our city?
So, you know why I'm actually excited? I'm probably one of the first people that'll say that within legal, because everybody looks at it and they say, hey, look, you're gonna have to be, um, there's no money in it. It's like, you know, the licensing
That's
and
what everyone says,
yeah,
yeah.
it's that the legal's gonna, and I think it depends on how you want to look at it,
Yeah.
right? So they are gonna be regulated like production, so there's gonna be certain costs to start up.
Sure.
But the running cost after that, how big of a group has to have a lounge
Yeah.
for its purpose?
Right.
And if the lounge is like they say are gonna have to be sponsored by a dispensary,
Mhm.
how much of a piece of the pot did that lounge owner have to have?
Right.
Dispensaries right now, if you don't make $1-2 million a month, get out the game.
Right.
An independent owner with a cultured lounge, they might not need $1 million a month. They might be perfectly sound with a much lower revenue amount per
Right.
month, but still delivering the same experience and to the same amount of people as somebody who'd be regulated at a higher. So for me, I try to see opportunity everywhere.
Mhm.
When I hear everybody going, there's no money, there's no money, there's no money, as a game changer, that causes me to put my horse blinders on and find out where is
Sure.
the money, because we wouldn't be bothering if it
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Anything else you want to share about your actual work in the cannabis space? Like what, anything else that we haven't covered? Your training, I know you're very passionate about that. Your meetings with buyers, do you want to talk anything about that? Or with vendors rather?
You know, it's almost like mindsets.
Or do you meet with them still?
I do.
Okay.
I do. So I really think that in order to function properly within the business, it takes a certain type of mindset and a certain type of person to get these particular jobs done. And that all comes from drive.
Right.
That drive has to come from passion, or you're gonna get absolutely sick of it.
Yeah.
So
100%.
within that, I've always had a ideology, and I tell my staff this all the time: never start your meetings looking at your competitors.
Right.
You should be running through this industry with horse blinders on, or else you're always following somebody.
Right.
The way you
I like
change
that.
a game is you put your horse blinders on and you get your ideas from here, because
love that.
that's how you know nobody will
Right.
get it. But you can't come up with those
'Cause this
ideas
is, 'cause it,
if you haven't taken the time and
Right.
the 10,000 hours to know everything.
right.
Once you know everything about that industry,
Yeah.
my gosh, what a gift. You can do anything. So the work that I do, I really try to put those horse blinders on, so every move
Sure.
is a game changer.
Because it came from here.
Correct. So when I make a
Oh.
move this way, I
Mhm.
give a timeline for
Mhm.
maybe 4 to 6 months before everybody starts to catch on. By that time, I'm already over here.
Right.
Because they never look around to find out what they're doing. I ask
Makes sense.
customers, I reverse engineer data, I analyze different scenarios, I create 3-4 different models. What'll happen if this happens, this happens. And after you look at everything, you'll have an exhausting moment where you're like, this is worthless. And then finally, you'll have that
Something
aha,
will
where
break.
you're like, oh, and it's so clear.
Sure.
It's so clear what you're supposed to do. That's the game-changing move. That's what causes dispensaries to come up with the 7-gram bag, which
Right.
is the same amount as the eighth, but you get a slightly different quality product for the same. Big boom of a move that changed the game. Everybody has to have that particular
Right.
unit on their shelves, but it
Sure.
didn't really exist
Right.
before. Focusing education first and foremost. That has to be a game-changing move, and it can't be with just nonprofits, which are awesome, coming in and educating, because there has to be more purpose behind it.
Sure.
So the people who come in and make it so that education is no longer a would be nice to have, but it has to have, or you cannot move to the next level.
Right.
That, in my opinion, is going to be the next change in
Sure.
our game. Is knowing and educating and training
Right.
will no longer just be an afterthought.
Right.
It will be the before thought.
Sure.
You know, almost like going
It's
into a
clutch.
bar industry. You will be thought down if you don't have the proper training.
Right.
You might not even be able to get in.
Right. It should be like that.
And right now, cannabis is a little loose.
It is.
That's why we have 20% turnover rate within our industry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you
it's
see it.
and it's not expensive as people would think to bring on new people in comparison to other specialty industries.
Okay. Oh, right.
So to bring on new,
The
let's say,
onboarding is much more of a investment.
exactly, to bring on a fine dining server
Yeah.
is more expensive because they have to be
It is.
trained in
Sure.
alcohol, spirits, and once you've trained them, they're yours and they can sell. They leave, you have to start that over again.
Right. I never thought about that.
Cannabis, we have a savings right now because technically there's no state law that makes them get educated, and technically
Okay.
there's no moral standard within our industry that says if you haven't been trained and certified you can work here.
Sure.
We just need people because we have 20% turnover.
Yeah.
Duck and egg, duck
Line
and egg,
them up,
duck
line
and
them
egg.
up, yeah.
Who the cycle
Yeah.
just has to easily be broken
And then one shop to one shop to one shop, and we're just rotating.
until
Yeah.
there's enough of a scene
Yeah.
with education to where dispensaries say, look, we have 80% of our staff that is trained in this way. If you're not, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
this is how you're gonna get here. It
Yeah.
has to be foremost, and then that chain will break.
Yep. And you're driving that here.
With horse blinders.
Yeah.
Absolute
I love
horse
that,
blinders.